I just beat Jusant in like 6 hours. Don't be afraid of heights, climbing up this big tower. Safety rope into the wall to minimize the distance. If you lose grip, no enemies, don't need no 6 hour. This place is desolate, it seems. Read the notes and messages they left behind. Depressing had their dreams. Wash out, connect directly to this beam. Moving up, we hope to find some H2O and get the green. Water's missing, took the boats and beat this land into submission. Gotta get our little friend back to the family that he's missing. That's if they even still existing. We came too far to give up now, the story here's about persistence. La Horde du Contrevent, The Backwind Horde, a French book written by author Alain Damasio, who is also a developer of the game we are going to talk about today, called Jusant. Warning, I cannot pronounce French words probably. And if you listen to that intro, please, if you didn't, go back and listen to it really quick for me. I just want your input down in the comments if you could. I'm trying to do something new, something unique to make my channel one of a kind, stand out. And I have rapped for many years. It's not something that I just started for this channel. So I thought of a way that I could combine those things. But let's get into it. But if you listen to that, you would know that I finished Jusant in about 6 hours, which makes it one of the shortest games I have played in recent times, which is also not always a bad thing in the world of 40+ hour games. There isn't any real dialogue in Jusant. It is up to the player to read notes strewn throughout the world that kind of piece things together. Rather than handing you a story, you get to experience what it might actually be like as the protagonist searching for water and what led up to the Jusant, which I believe is the name of the event that made the water go away. The real bread and butter of this game is climbing. That may not sound very interesting, but I can tell a great deal of care went into developing the climbing mechanics, and it's so much more engaging than it sounds. Left trigger controls your left hand, and the right trigger controls your right hand. You have a rope and a few spikes to place along the way to ensure you don't drop too far if you fall, and you will also need to utilize this mechanic to get to where you need to go. Many times I just thought I was being a silly guy and swinging all about for no reason when it turned out that was actually the way to get where I needed to go. That's it. There isn't really any upgrading or hidden moves or new unlocks. You just get the climbing right out of the gate and that's it. And it sounds like it would be boring and uninteresting, but it is far from that. The atmosphere with the music and art direction really immerse you in this world. I would play with headphones on just to further be a part of the world, but I promise you will feel like that either way. As a climbing game, you could probably guess there is a ton of verticality, and I love the way it felt semi-realistic and the way that you would get to a certain handhold and be scanning the environment for where you would go next. They did a great job making this a vertical platformer that makes you forget that you're actually platforming. The graphics are fantastic, and like I said, the art direction is really good. It's crazy to me that an indie studio made this, and yet again made me think that these AAA studios need a serious wake-up call. All of the sounds and the music were put together really well and aided the immersion of the experience. I got nothing to say there, no criticisms about it at all. For a game that is around 5 to 6 hours, some people might say that $25 is too high of a price tag, and a lot of the time I would agree. But in the case of Jusant, I have to say that you're getting an incredible experience for 5 to 6 hours. The environment, music, the controls, the puzzle of it all wrapped up in this unique vertical platforming experience is just really nice. I personally recommend giving it a shot. If the price tag and runtime scare you off, at very least put it on your wish list and grab it the next time it goes on sale. You will not be disappointed. That is all I have for today. If you are still watching, thank you so much. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing, dropping a like on this bad boy, and maybe scrolling through some of my other content. Maybe you find something you like in there. Thank you again, and I hope to see you next time.